Hello, everybody. We're going to get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to get started. Lisa, are we good to go for live? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today at RI Elder Info's 5th annual Calling All Veterans Day event. For those that you may not know, I'm Deb Burton, the Executive Director of RI Elder Info. It is an honor to stand before you today, and just so everyone's clear, I am not a veteran. I believe when someone serves to give me freedom and peace in life, it is my responsibility to give back what I can. And that's information and resources for veterans, their family, and the community. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests, Senator Jack Reed, Senator Whitehouse, Secretary of State Greg Amore, and Paul Murgo of the Bristol Veterans Home on behalf of the Office of Veteran Services. I would like to welcome up Chaplain East to give the invocation. Chaplain?
Thank you, Deb. Let us pray. Most powerful and divine Creator, we place ourselves in your loving presence. We have gathered here today to answer this call with ideas, feelings, hope, and needs. Incline our ears, focus our minds, and open our hearts, that we may continue to become sensitive, not only to the strengths of the system and resources available, but to the weaknesses as well, so that we may work to bridge gaps and strengthen connections, so that we may meet the unique needs and expectations of our veterans. Inspire us to creativity that will take us to places near and far, to meet them where they are and bring them to a safe and welcoming place. We lift this eternal prayer in one voice on this day and in all the days to come. In your glorious and powerful name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Now, if you're able, if you'll please stand for the Coventry High School Navy JROTC presentation of the color guard.
Carry. Colors. Forward. March.
I was in motion.
Colors. Halt. File right. March. Order. Colors. Ready, cut. Present. Colors.
Thank you. I'd like to invite Sherry Devine, vocalist with the Navy Band of the Northeast, to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
Sherry. I would like to invite Matthew McCoy, representing the North Kingstown Town Council, to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. You join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Color guard. Order. Colors. Ready, cut. Color guard. Carry. Colors. Ready, cut. Color guard. File right. March. Forward. March. Colors. Halt. Color guard. Dismiss.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Good morning. First, let me salute this outstanding color guard who represents the future of our country, and I think we're in pretty good hands with these young people. And also, who presented such a stirring rendition of the national anthem. I'm delighted to be invited here today and to join you. Let me recognize some of my colleagues that are here. Senator Whitehouse, Sheldon, thank you, and Secretary of State Greg Amore, thanks, Greg. I believe Representative Bella Wilkinson was going to be here, and she'll be here later perhaps. A shout out to Matt McCoy, who's a great city councilor and a great veteran. Thanks, Matt. Also, Paul Murgo from the Rhode Island Office of Veterans Services for joining us. Finally, let me offer my thanks and our thanks and appreciation for Deb Burton. And for our whole team at Rhode Island Elder Info. It's your commitment, Deb, and your staff to the seniors throughout the state that makes such a difference, and veterans in particular, so thank you. And to all my fellow veterans that are here, thank you for your service. You've sustained us and inspired us. And today we have to recognize and recall the thousands of young Americans that are in the uniform of the United States all across the globe. And just remember, one of the reasons they're there is because you are an example of service and sacrifice and courage that every day they try to emulate. So for all of our forces deployed, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Throughout the generations, Rhode Islanders have answered the call. I, like so many of you I see around here, our fathers served in the greatest generation in World War II, later in Korea and Vietnam, through a host of battles and conflicts in the Cold War. And one of the great things about Rhode Island is that not only did we serve, but we also were the home of the Seabees. And all over the world, and I'm headed out to the Pacific in about a week, to Guam, to South Korea and the Philippines, they know what a Quonset hut is, but they don't know what Quonset is. My job is to explain what Quonset is, but no, the Seabees contributed immensely and still do. Now, what Rhode Island Elder Info has done today is brought together hundreds of people, dozens of organizations to help veterans access programs and support that they earned. Let's make it very clear, they earned. And these resources should be available to families. But if you don't know about them, you can't take advantage. That's why today is so special. And again, let me thank everyone who has contributed to this great day. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce my colleague, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, who is a staunch advocate for veterans. He has worked hard to make sure that the benefits you receive. In fact, the PATH Act is something that he was very, very instrumental in because it had impact on the Finance Committee. And so Sheldon was there making sure it got through. And because of that, we now I'll take questions later. Just hold your question. I don't think I should say anything else.
Well, that was one of the best introductions ever. Hard to beat. Well, I have to be a staunch advocate for veterans because I'm the junior senator for our senior senator who is a veteran and is one of the best allies that veterans have in the Senate. So I'm grateful to be here with Jack, with our Secretary of State, Greg Amore, Councilman McCoy. Thank you very much. Wonderful to be with you, and I know you'll have other visitors during the course of the day. Wonderful to be here at the Seabees Museum, and very grateful to be invited to participate in Calling All Veterans Day. Jack mentioned the PACT Act. One of the things we're seeing is we're north of 4,000 Rhode Island veterans who have come forward to get benefits under the PACT Act. And it, it's a big deal. My father was in Vietnam for many years. He was posted for several years at Bien Hoa Air Base. And as you know, Bien Hoa Air Base was one of the most poisoned areas by Agent Orange. He didn't have a car, he had a helicopter. He didn't have a driver, he had a pilot. And what do helicopters do? They make a lot of dust. And years later, he died of cancer. And we were never able to connect the dots. But for veterans now, the premise is if the illness can be caused by this agent, then we're going to assume that it was caused by this agent, and you get those benefits. So that's going to be a very important thing. Very important thing for your outreach today. So I really appreciate it. Rhode Island Elder Info, thank you so much for what you're doing here. And I guess I'm handing it off to our terrific Secretary of State, or to you. Who first? Either or. All right, well, let's let Greg come on up. In addition to being our great Secretary of State, he's also a history teacher. And he is just terrific, and I couldn't be happier to turn the podium over to Greg. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for the kind words, Senator Deb. Thank you for organizing this. This is a fantastic event. Senator Reed, thank you. So our office works closely with the Veterans Affairs Office and with Councilman Matt McCoy, who advises us on all issues of veterans around voting and civic engagement. And as someone who is now the keeper of the voter rolls and looks at the data around voting, what we know across this country is that veterans vote at a much higher percentage than any other demographic in this country. So they continue to serve. They continue to serve. My dad was a Korean War veteran, United States Navy, and I watched him I didn't watch him come home, but I know he came home and kept serving. And that is exactly what our veterans do. And Rhode Island has such a strong veterans community. I watched him coach Little League and serve on committees and volunteer. And I know that's what our veterans do around this state every single day. No one exemplifies that more than Senator Reed, who served and then continues to serve. And so as Senator Reed said, it's only right, it's only just that these services exist for our veterans and that we go out of our way to make sure we always thank them and support them. And a few weeks ago, our office, in conjunction with the Department of Veteran Affairs and Vet the Vote, organized an event around recruiting veterans to work, veterans and their family members to work at polling places. We have a major shortage in poll workers across the nation, and that Rhode Island is not exempt from that. Veterans bring such an incredible credibility to the voting process that when someone walks into a polling location and recognizes that there's a veteran at that table, a veteran working the polls that day, they immediately feel better about the process, and we want people to feel good about the voting process. And our veterans have come forth in great numbers to support that. And if anyone here wants to join that effort, we have a booth in the back there where Nick is manning our station. We are here for you in any way, shape, or form that you need. Thank you very much.
So Director Yarn is at the National Conference. The theme of that conference is focusing on mental health for veterans and their family. He'll be sharing what he learned at that conference with us on our first Friday Friends streaming podcast in November. All of you may not know that our Friday Friends in November, every episode is dedicated to information and resources for veterans. And I have lovely written remarks, but I did want to just say one thing real quick that I think is important for us to remember. You are all here for information and resources, and we lose 22 veterans a day. Those are the ones that are officially counted. We often lose more than that unofficially. So there are veterans here for the information and resources, but there are veterans today who are here because of the information and resources here today. So I would like to welcome Paul Murgo of the Rhode Island Veterans Home, representing the Office of Veteran Services.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I'm here on behalf of Director Yarn. I have a few comments that he wanted me to make sure that I communicated to you all. Before I do, I want to thank Rhode Island's congressional delegation. Their work in acquiring the funding we need at the Veterans Home and for Office of Veteran Services has really helped us enhance the services that we're able to provide to folks. So as many of you know, the Rhode Island Veterans Home is a 208-bed community living center. And what a community living center is, it's a care concept whereby independent living folks, assisted living folks, and nursing home care folks all live together under the same roof. It is a state-of-the-art facility where every resident has their own room, their own bathroom. There are 6 independent cottages set up around the building, so it has a very small, homey feel, even though it's an incredibly large facility. The care there is absolutely second to none, and I've never been more proud of any organization that I've been affiliated with. And like that, I'm not a veteran. I've come from a family of veterans, but this is my opportunity to serve, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be there. But Director Yarn has a particular interest in mental health issues, so his office of Veteran Services in Cranston, really focuses heavily on that, while I'm focusing on our elderly veterans who are in need. And the last 3 years have been quite difficult. What we've noticed is a lot of people who may not have realized they had mental health issues, the 3 years of the COVID situation really exacerbated symptoms that may not have reared their ugly head earlier. And those who did know oftentimes got worse. And as you all know, getting care during that time wasn't easy either. It still isn't easy, which is why, we do such a great job reaching out to people, but we can never rest because it continues to be a need every single day. So the director's office has a number of individuals in it who are specialized at pinpointing resources for particular issues for mental health. So if anyone has a need, you really should call the director's office because they can guide you to the help that you might need. And I'll just quickly mention a couple of phone numbers, and I obviously have these written down. So you can call Rhode Island Serves, which is director's office, at 921-2119. And then another helpful resource is the National Veteran Crisis Line, and that's 1-800-273-8255. And I just want to mention that earlier this year, along with Governor McKee, the Veterans Office hosted its Rhode Island's 3rd National Mental Health Day of Action. And that was a moment to say and show that tangible tools and services for your loved ones are there and available in the community. And they didn't stop there. We have sister agencies for the state of Rhode Island who also do a lot of great work for the general public. EOHHS, the health department, behavioral health and hospitals, and many others continue to make sure that Rhode Islanders know there are resources available for those who need help. And the message that the director often projects is that nobody should ever be ashamed of asking for help. It's okay to have an issue. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to need help. The key is to access it and give us the chance to help you out. So if anyone has any questions, I'm available afterwards. And Deb, thank you so much for your invitation.
All right. I would like to welcome Secretary of State Amore. Oh, well, I'm sorry. My notes are out of order. Thank you, Senator. Senators, your unwavering commitment to advocating for veterans' rights and the well-being is truly commendable. Senator Reid, your efforts in securing funding for veterans' health care and housing have made a tangible difference in the lives of countless veterans across Rhode Island and beyond. Senator Whitehouse. Senator Whitehouse, your leadership in addressing mental health issues and ensuring that our veterans receive the comprehensive care they deserve is deeply appreciated. Congressman Magaziner had an unexpected change in schedule. He won't be able to join us. Congressman Amo will be joining us at lunchtime. I'd like to take a moment to express our deep gratitude to the CB Museum and Memorial Park for hosting us today. Raise your hand if you know where the name CB came from. Goes back to World War II. Ooh, only some of you. It comes from the abbreviation CB, which stands for Construction Battalion. Their motto, "We build, we fight," reflects their unique role as both builders and defenders of critical infrastructure and combat zones. I'd like to welcome Jack Springle up to tell you a little bit more about the CB Museum and how all of us can help support this wonderful organization. Come on up, Jack.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity for allowing me to speak. Thank you, Senator Reid, Senator Whitehouse, for being here to join us today. And I'd like to thank all of these wonderful organizations that are here to help all the veterans and provide information. I was the last CB stationed here. I closed this base in 1994. I'm a retired Chief Warrant Officer, Civil Engineer Corps. I enlisted in 1974, retired in 1994. I've been associated with the CB Veterans of America here, which basically spawned off to build the museum. We've been here for 26 years. We are part of North Kingstown's history for over 83 years, starting from World War II through to today. You are standing as what we call hallowed ground. The 1st CB Battalion trained here during the Second World War. Quonset huts were all designed and tested here during the Second World War and manufactured here. The CB logo was created by a native Rhode Islander, Frank J. Iafredi. The pontoon box he is sitting on was designed and tested here and manufactured and developed in Little Allen's Harbor during the Second World War. Those pontoons saved thousands of lives. The CBs don't get credit for all the action that they performed on D-Day at Utah and Omaha Beach using those pontoons. We have all this information on display at our museum. This whole facility that you're seeing right here has been built by CB veterans. We have not received any major contribution from any major state or federal organization. We have raised all this money on our own. We poured all the cement you're standing on your own. We just raised $90,000 to rehab the chapel that had sat dormant for over 26 years and is now completely rehabbed and ready to be utilized again. So please join us. Please visit our museum. There's no entry fee. We survive on donations. So we'd like to welcome you. If you can put together a group of people, I will provide you a more detailed, in-depth tour, and you'll all want to sign up and go join the CBs when you're done listening to my propaganda. So with that, thank you so much. And thank you.
And I gotta say a special shout out to Joe and his forklift for helping us move the table. That was a lifesaver. So as we're profoundly thankful to our sponsors whose generosity and support has made this event possible, I want to say thank you to Newport Mental Health. They have a veteran drop-in center every Thursday. It's free and open to the public. Our Rhode Island GFW, St. Elizabeth's Community Care Concierge of New England, Chapel Hill Senior Living, the Tri-City Elks, AARP of Rhode Island, the Office of the Long-Term Care Ombudsman, the Alzheimer's Association, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rhode Island, Birdhaven Ranch with the fabulous petting animals back there. The bunnies are so cute. Captel Outreach, the Foundation for Financial Education, Oakley Home Access, Neighborhood Health Plan, Sincere Transportation, who provided transportation for some of our veterans here today, Serve, who will be helping us break down, Transitions Realty, and of course our annual sponsors, Point 32 Health, United Healthcare, Oak Street Health. Thank you to my board of directors and our volunteers. And finally, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Now it's time to have some fun. Rock on! Thank you!
Serve is a to-do list membership for homeowners. Anything from landscaping, painting, moving, junk removal, odd jobs, cleaning, or event assistance. We provide trained, skilled, and kind local workers to complete your job. We've employed over 1,000 people and have helped over 20,000 homeowners the past 15 years. And for our customers, aka neighbors, our to-do list membership is a great fit as it helps you stay on top of your seasonal to-do list needs. And our mission is to elevate the next generation by meeting the needs of the community. And our #1 value is agape love, and that steers everything we do. If you need help with a job or are interested in learning more about our membership, go to weserve.com to submit your request.
Hope isn't just in our name. It's in the special way we care for you and your family and all the touch points in between. Our employees see their role at Hope Health as more than a job. It's their life's work. It's their calling. Our purpose is to help our patients and families live each day with hope and dignity. This truly embodies the fundamental reason why we exist. It's an honor to lead such a profoundly compassionate and caring organization.
Sincere Transportation is dedicated to providing accessible transportation services to veterans, seniors, individuals with disabilities, and anyone else in need to empower them to maintain their independence while staying connected. We are so proud to support Rhode Island Elder Info in their mission to empower aging individuals, including veterans, by providing access to essential information and resources. We encourage everybody to come down to the 5th annual Calling All Veterans Day.
Growing up, I came from a small town in Pennsylvania where my graduating class had 60 people. So joining the military was a way for me to see the world. The first time that I went to receive care at the VA, and it was in 1996, I was the only female in the waiting area. As the years progressed, you would start seeing signs that were addressing, getting your yearly mammograms, things for, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer. It's just come a long way. And now with having just a women's clinic at the majority of the VAs, I see my primary care provider, my social workers there, my mental health services are there.
We are so proud to care for now more than 600,000 women veterans across the country, and we are making our system more welcoming and more effective at caring for them every single day.
The main reason I chose to continue my health care with the VA is because it gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of warmth and home, the same way when you're in the military. My name is Lindsay Leffel, and I served 23 years in the U.S. Air Force, and I retired as a captain, and I choose VA healthcare.
Rhode Island can experience disasters at any time. Rhode Islanders who have a disability or special healthcare need and might require extra assistance during any type of emergency should consider enrolling in the Rhode Island Special Needs Emergency Registry. The Emergency Registry helps first responders and emergency managers plan for and respond to the needs of a community in a disaster. Help us help you by registering online today.
Hi, my name is Charlene Tranum. I'm the Family and Outreach Coordinator for the Boys and Girls Club of Newport County. And I'm also part of the Boys and Girls Club Alliance, which consists of all the 6 Boys and Girls Clubs in our state. We are here to assist you in applying for, recertifying, making changes, or updating your information to your SNAP application. If you are interested in being screened to see if you're eligible for SNAP or have any questions, please come visit me at my booth. Or you can contact me at 401-847-6927, extension 156, or email me at ctranum, that is CTRAYNUM, at bgcnewport.org. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Our training program consists of about 36 hours, give or take, depending on the individual.
I recently completed a training program for the Ombudsman program. And everyone always asks me, well, what's an ombudsman?
The purpose of the State Ombudsman Office is to advocate for residents receiving long-term care services.
We as ombudsmen go into every facility at least quarterly.
And we're there to advocate for patient rights.
We help them with any type of problems they may have while they're in the facility, whether it be with staff or even an outside service, something that they're having an issue with.
Complaints come in from many different places, and what we try to do is work along with other departments to be sure that these complaints are heard and that the residents have a voice.
So once our agency receives a complaint, we start the complaint process.
Whatever the issue or concern is, we can go and speak on their behalf, we can speak with them, we can request for meetings with the different disciplines in the facility to help get a resolution for their concern.
We also provide comfort to patients that are, or residents that are in the facilities, just to make sure that they're getting the respect and the dignity that they deserve.
The best things that I find with the program, that I can leave there and know that they feel like they've been heard and that there's not going to be any reprisal if they, have any grievances.
Advocate for one who's unable to advocate for themselves, because you are going to make a difference in this individual's life. That's where I'm fulfilled as an ombudsman.